Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another engaging session of D-Talk 2.0. Today, we delve into a fascinating and vital topic, the role of animals in disaster detection and recovery. Our speaker, Pavithra Raj, will guide us through the remarkable ways animals contribute to disaster preparedness, early warning systems, and recovery efforts. From the sensory abilities of dogs and elephants to the behavioral cues observed in birds and marine life, this session will highlight the unique and often underappreciated role animals play in saving lives and supporting communities during crisis. Without further ado, let's welcome Pavitra Raj to the stage to take us through the insightful and inspiring discussion.
Good evening, everyone. I am excited to talking about something that bridges the natural world and disaster science. The role of animal disaster detection and recovery. When we think of natural disasters, we typically focus on technology, emergency services, or infrastructure. But it's what is told you that animals, both wild and trained, play a remarkable role before, during, and after disaster. From dogs that can smell trapped victims vulnerable to elephants that retreat before tsunamis, animals have an amazing ability to respond changes in environment often before humans even notice. We will explore two key areas: how animals can detect disaster before they happen, how they help in post disaster recovery, physically, emotionally, and logistically. Let's dive into the natural instincts and intelligence of animals that might help us prepare for the future. Animals and disaster detection. Throughout the history, people have observed that animals often behave strangely before a disaster. Birds suddenly change in direction, dogs barking at nothing, cats hide or flee, and elephants run inland, seemingly without cause. At first, these were dismissed as coincidence or folklore. But today, scientists are beginning to take these stories more seriously. So, the vibrations of before earthquakes, some animals react to micro tremors or low frequency vibrations in the ground. In sound frequencies, dogs, elephants, and bats can hear ultra high and ultra low frequencies that signal shifts in tectonic activity or storms. In atmospheric changes, many animals are sensitive to barometric pressure. Birds often flee areas ahead of hurricane or severe storms. In chemical and electrical signals, there are ongoing research suggesting that some animals can detect changes in magnetic fields, gases released from the Earth's crust, or shift in static electricity. For example, during earthquake, toads have been seen abandoning their breeding ponds days in advance. This behavior has been documented by the researchers and raises exciting possibilities for early warning systems. In real life cases, let's took a real life examples that are in 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami in Sri Lanka and parts of Thailand, elephants were seen running inland minutes before the tsunami struck. In one case, they broke their chains to escape to higher ground. No wild animals were found dead, suggesting they had sensed the danger earlier than humans. In Japan, 2011 earthquake. During the devastating earthquake and the tsunami, pet owners reported their dogs and cats behaving restlessly hours before the quake, barking excessively, hiding or refusing to eat. In Haitian earthquake 1975 in China, this is a well documented case where observing animals' behavior actually led to a successful evacuation. Snakes emerged from their hibernation and froze in their snow. Rats fled buildings and massive. Based on this, government issued a warning and evacuated a city over a million people, saving countless lives. These incidents suggest that animals may have valuable role in play in early detection, not through magic, but through sensing instincts we don't fully understand yet. In technology, animal senses and modern technology. As technology advances, we are beginning to ask, can we combine animal behavior with sensors in AI improve the disaster detection? So we conduct a track livestock behavior using GPS, coders, and motion sensors. Monitor migratory birds that change course before storms. Detect unusual vocalization or movements in dogs, cats, even insects before disaster. For example, in Italy, researchers placed a sensors on farm animals near Mount Etna and noticed behavioral changes days before volcanic activity. This idea is not to replace our current system like seismographs or weather radars, but to create hybrid system, one that includes both technology and natural indicators. We are entering a new frontier, biosensing, where animals act as an early warning network for disaster. Animals in disaster recovery. Beyond detection, animals also have a critical role in disaster recovery, helping humans survive and heal after the chore. There are three main roles in animals playing in post-disaster recovery. Uh, in search and rescue dogs. These dogs are trained to locate survivors and under 2B. Using the powerful sense of smell, they can find people faster than machines of human rescue and unload. They are agile, can navigate tight spaces, and have been vital in earthquake, landslide, and avalanche recovery. The theory and comfort animals. After disasters, trauma and stress are widespread. Therapy, dogs, cats, and even horses are brought in to comfort survivors, especially children in elderly. Just petting an animal lower blood pressure and reduce anxiety. In specialized marine animals, the military uses trained dolphins and sea lions to locate underwater mines or wreckage. In disaster zones, they have helped in underwater recovery operations, especially after shipwrecks coastal damage. These animals are not assistants, they are partners or response to catastrophe. In case study, let's take a closer look at such rescue dogs, perhaps the most iconic animals helps in disaster recovery. During the 9 by 11 attacks in New York, over 300 dogs are worked in Ground Zero. Dogs like Apollo, the first rescue dog arrived were instrumental in finding survivors in in giving closure to grieving families. These dogs are trained for years, ignore the distractions like noise and fire, signal where uh, signal when they find leave peoples versus deceased, work in chaotic and unfamiliar environments. In addition to their physical roles, they provided emotional support to tired, traumatized, and rescue workers. They wear boots to protect their paws, vests, and sometimes cameras. And when their work is done, they are honored not as tools but as heroes. In ethical consideration, while we celebrate the role of animals in disaster work, it's important to pause and reflect in ethics of the environment. We must ensure that proper care and rest of working animals and medical attention and retirement plans for rescue animals respect their emotional well-being. Many dogs from 9 by 11 were reported show signs and depression after not finding survivors. We must recognize that animals are not machines. They feel pain, fear, and loyalty. So, if we are going to involve them, we must do the responsibility. In future opportunities, as we look to the future, the role of animals in disaster science may expand even more. Here's some emerging ideas that are creating animal-based early warning systems and rural using GPS and AI. Using drone technology modeled on birds' flight to predict weather patterns. Cross-species monitoring, for example, combining insect migration, bird movement, and livestock behavior detect environmental changes. The fusion biology, ecology can lead to more efficient, more natural disasters preparedness systems. And perhaps one day animals will not only warn us of disaster, they can help us build resilience against them. In conclusion, animals have always been quietly standing beside us, sensing what can be saving lives and soothing broken spirits. The role of disaster detection and recovery. The real valuable and evolving, whether is dog sniffing of survivors, an elephant sensing the tsunami, and much learned from our fellow. creatures. As we face the future climate change, the more frequent natural disasters perhaps should be more closely, not just to sirens, satellites, but to animals who have been trying to warn us along. Thanks.
If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask now. We welcome your inquiries on how animals detect natural disasters, their training for rescue missions, or their impact in real life disaster recovery efforts.
Yes, Rahul?
Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
So my question is that you already told about animals have instincts, right? So my question
yes.
is that how do animals know a natural disaster is coming?
Animals have a strong sensing power. They can feel and smell the ground shakes and also sounds before the disaster is coming. And they act differently, like running and also away hiding from the disasters.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Pavitra Raj, for that compelling presentation on the role of animals in disaster detection and recovery. Your discussion shed light on the extraordinary capabilities of animals and their contribution to disaster resilience and humanitarian efforts. With Retalk 2.0, we continue to explore critical topics that shape modern understanding of science, nature, and society. Wishing everyone a wonderful evening and see you all in the next session.